Okay, well, if you look right there inside the carburetor, you'll be, yep, You know what? I could edit this and start over, but you know what? Blah, blah, blee, blee, blue, whatever. Can't talk today, tongue-tied. Need to drink some more beer, but anyway. I got on eBay instead of buying at the local store. Got them in the mail in this little baggie. You know, it looks like a little dope baggie, I guess, but yeah, whatever. Had those little brass screws in it, as you can see right there. There's two of them. I went ahead and put those in. I have not adjusted this thing. I just went ahead and put them in. I'm going to fire the truck up. This is going to be a little cold start video for y'all too. So I'm going to fire it up and get it warmed up enough to where it'll sit here and idle and all that good stuff. And that way I can actually adjust this carburetor. And I wanted to put those plugs in there, you know, just to keep fuel from spooling, from spooling out. There we go. From spilling out. Let me get this camera zoomed in on this carburetor. For some reason people like carb shots. There, get it all tightened down. It's going to shake some, can't help it. So just hope you enjoy. That didn't sound good. It's still sitting there. Let me shake you to make sure you ain't going anywhere. Yeah, a lot of money sitting on top of this tripod. It's electrical tape to the front bumper. Yeah, redneck style. Somebody gives me a hard time. That was no more than 2,500 RPM. I knew this thing was going to shake some. This truck does, but engine's going to have to get drunk through this, I guess, for this adjustment procedure, because it's really not another way of doing this. So let me grab me a little fresh wrench and let's get started. I grabbed the 5/8. I think that's the right size for it. Yeah. So we're going to do some float adjusting here. You can see through this vibration, I hope. Well, the floats are way too high, first off. Alright, blood and gas everywhere. Which is not a good thing, by the way. So, you know, that's another reason to kind of do it on an engine just been started, not hot. You can flat burn the car up. I've had this truck on fire before like this. It's not very good. Get it screwed back in. Well, I know now I've got to drop that with float level first. I got to drop it down big time before I even pitch it. How you do that, you loosen this lock nut, turn this screw like you're tightening it up, drop it. So we're going to drop it. Or actually, I said that wrong. Loosen it. Bear with me. Loosen the screw and turn the nut is what you do to adjust it down. Loosen the screw and tighten the nut. And yeah, it can be a messy adventure. Get it too low, worst thing you can do is quit running. So I just dropped it way down. Yeah, as high as gas is anymore, this is going to be a $4 or $5 project. Let's see if that drops her down in. I forgot, I never even tightened that back up. That's got her pretty close right there. It's down to getting to where it needs to be. It's barely running. It needs to be level with the bottom of it. So we are going gonna tighten the hair more. See where that puts it right there. Plug level should be right at the bottom of the hole. Right there's dead on the money. The front side. She's down and you gotta slosh it around to get it to come out, which is what you want. You want it to set there to be able to see it, but it not be over the hole, coming out of the hole. Basically the engine should sit there and run with this plug out with no fuel running out. That's the trick. Now on to the back. The back may be alright. Good question. Here's that new gasket has already stuck itself, which I don't like that. Anybody try to catch the blame thing. Oh, she's bad off too, huh? Yep, she's bad off. She's pouring everywhere and ain't much I can do about it. Just wanted to get a wrench on and start doing something. That one's way off. And I messed up at first. Yeah, forgive me. That one's dead on the money now. So we're going to have to readjust the idle quality and everything. But you know, that's to be expected because I didn't know the adjustments of this carburetor when I put it on here. So, and with these bad plugs, you know, there was no way of adjusting it. Pick everything up. There was absolutely no way of checking it. Couldn't really check it. The front one, I adjusted it. I had that plug out. What was left of it, I did adjust it. But it wanted to act like it's wanting to stumble and everything, so I thought the flow level was too low on it. I tinkered with it and I couldn't get it back out. So I just raised the fuel level a little bit and it seemed to run halfway decent and I let it be. So, you know, rednecks have redneck ways. Little rich condition's not going to hurt you. But this will play along for the adjustment of the idle mixture if you want to. Carburetors, turn them all the way in, turn them back out one turn. That's a good starting point. Some engines won't run on that, so if yours don't, try 1.5 turns on each side and then go from there. I'll explain it as I go. Alright, now that we're at the base tune right now. The engine's running, we know where both screws are. We're going to take this side here out until the idle quits going up. When it gets to its highest point, then we're going to turn it back in about 1/4 of a turn, something like that. You get used to it by the feel of the engine. It'll smooth the engine up some. As you can tell, the camera's shaking a whole lot more than it was before even. So, that should give you a little indication of how this works. I always wait a second between the turns. Hit its highest point at 3 turns on this side, and I backed it back into 2.5. Let's go do the other side. Truck, that sounds sweet from here. It sounds a lot better than this truck has. Let me break my tape loose here. Tripod is setting alright, but as you can tell, it's pretty well wedged in there, but still yet. I didn't want to break my camera. Let's get it out of there. Go around here and hear this exhaust. I'll zoom it out for you. Now that right there is music to my ears. Get the, you can see the exhaust there. That is absolute music to my ears. Ah, wait a minute. I need to clear it, I think. Got a little bit of gas smoke coming out of one side. I need to go back here and take a gander. Ah! Clouds look good today. That's what I want to know. Mind you, I'm too lazy to take it off the tripod. Clear it out a little bit. Who says it ain't a drag car? Ah, she's still doing it a hair. Ah! Boy, this video's just plumb dickered. Yep. Say it again. If I tighten this plastic thing up, that would quit, you know. Let's try that. Hey, there, it's better. Because my original plan was to do this to you. I'm going to go back these adjustments off a hair. Tighten up the idle mixture just a hair. She's a little rich. You know, it could have been where I didn't clear it out. But like I said, I was conservative on my adjustment too. I'm going to back it back in. It all smells rich. It smells pretty rich too. Yeah, it's where I hadn't cleared it out. From where it was running with high flow poles. That puts it at 1.5 turns, and that sounds a lot better. Let's see if it looks any better. Oh yeah, that's where I hadn't cleared it out. But anyway, I'm gonna have to redo my adjustment procedure. As you can see, the smoke's gone. I'm going to have to redo my adjustment procedure. It's where I hadn't cleared it out. That's still smoking in the hair there. Like I said, it's all gas, it's rich. But the cam don't help matters. I'm going to have to redo this adjustment procedure, but y'all know how to do it now. You adjust the screws out till you hit your highest point. And when you hit your highest point, turn it back in. Go back in and about a half a turn or so until you get a smooth idle that's not as high as the highest idle, but pretty close, within 50 to 80 RPM, you know, 100 RPM, you know, a noticeable difference, but not a lot. That'd be your correct adjustment. You can also tell by the smell of the